Climate change is happening on a global scale, but we feel it on a local scale. Human activity is a major cause of climate change. The continuous rise of greenhouse gases is going to have a major impact on the world. These impacts include temperature rise, sea level rise, precipitation change, and droughts and floods. The livestock sector represents 14.5% of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions. Climate change will have many impacts on livestock. Heat stress for animals, limited access to good quality water, lower quality feed, and new diseases are just a few of the projected impacts. World population is expected to grow from 7.2 billion to 9.6 billion by 2050. Milk demand is projected to grow 58%, and whilst meat demand is projected to grow 73%. Here are the facts. We can see that the beef and milk industries have large greenhouse gas emissions and play a vital role in climate change. Not only does livestock production contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, but also processing and transportation has a major role to play. Hundreds of millions of pastoralists and smallholders depend on livestock for their daily survival and extra income and food. Such traditional forms of livestock production have come under increasing pressure resulting from competition over land and water resources. If you want to continue farming to your potential, then we strongly suggest listening up closely, as there are things changing and you can either wait for them to change or you can prepare and reduce the risks. We don't have time to wait any longer. Let's explore our mitigation options. Soil management is an important part of pasture management. Pastures and grazing should be managed to promote ground cover and good root growth, both of which are important to soil fertility and protecting the soil. Use century and day-cent ecosystem models for soil carbon assessments. Use of better quality feed and feed balancing to lower enteric and manure emissions. Improve the breeding of livestock and focus on keeping animals healthy to help shrink herd overhead and related emissions. This will help eliminate unproductivity within the herd. Understand and implement manure management practices that ensure the recovery and recycling of nutrients and energy contained. One option is to use animal waste for making biofertilizers and creating biogas systems for energy use. Reduce energy by switching to renewable energy or by creating it ourselves. This is a long-term investment for our businesses and for the future. We can do this by installing fields of solar panels or windmills. Let's decrease our travel time and stay local. We should get our feeds from local companies or even grow it ourselves, and sell our animals to local slaughterhouses and only stock our meat in local suppliers. As exciting as these strategies are, there are potential barriers we need to address, but don't worry because they all can be overcome. Being financially stable is important. Putting money into your business now will help you save money for the future, as well as helping save the future. A lack of policies and political support may not make these strategies seem desirable. Supportive policies, adequate institutional and incentive frameworks, and more proactive governance are needed to fill the sector's mitigation potential. There is an unfortunate lack of knowledge of available mitigation models, schemes, and policies. Let's farm for the future, not just for the now. Now is the time for change.